All right, we've got a few hours to walk around by ourselves here in Lhasa. Let's see if we can get a little bit away from the tourist areas and talk to the real Tibetan people. Assuming my lungs don't self-destruct on the way. Now, here is McDonald's, which is the first Western business that I've seen in all of Tibet. And here is also the first dance club that I've seen in all of Tibet. The Dancing Tiger Club. In case you don't know what to do in the Dancing Tiger Club, they tell you what to do. You will drink all night and you will dancing all night. You can tell who is Tibetan out of those two. Well, let's get on this bus and take it wherever it goes. Riding a bus in Tibet. Good morning. Good afternoon. 对，因为大部分是旅客，你们是西藏那儿的。哦 ，OK， 就在这里。对。
他上个月刚来那个成都上来的。
哦，成都来的。
我在成都读书嘛。
哦，成都读书的。
对，然后现在刚上。
哦 ，OK， 这是你的妈妈吗？
对，我妈妈。
我也喜欢你们国家的。啊，你说你的普通话不流利吗？我不相信。
这么标准。
好多就这样的时候，那个找那个中国的那个老婆，然后再就是公子。
啊，对对，有好多外国人他们会叫中文老婆。
我的话特别可爱，特别好看的那种。
啊，在这里，在学校里，你们用藏语还是普通话？
都用。
哦，都用。
都可以。
OK， 所以西藏人一般他们普通话、西藏语都会。
对，都会用。
OK， 这样子。
对。
Cool。
一般生活里面普通话用的比较多一点。
哦，现在普通话用的比较多。
对，就平常他讲课什么的都一般用汉语讲话。
哦，这样子。
对，所以一般平常生活还是用普通话讲。
哦，这样子，这样子。老人他们会普通话吗？
他们有些会吧，有些不会。
哦，有些会。
对。
他的不是那个小学，那个幼儿园吧，小学一直开始不是这边读的吗？就是他的老师都是那个汉族，就是。
哦。
就是。
都是汉族的。
就是教室里面都有说那个是汉话，就是不让说那个藏话了。家长也有说那他们是藏话，他们班主任是汉族。
哦，OK， 教室都是汉族。
对。现在准备去哪里啊？
啊。我不知道。我刚去认识你们。Good luck. Yes, see you. Oh man, people here in Tibet are so friendly. Everybody wants to talk to me. I believe that road there is the main highway leading out of Lhasa, going east. If I were to go that way without my tour group, without actually my permits, which I forgot to bring, I would not be allowed to pass. The street is called Minzulu Ethnicity Street. Imagine seeing that in America. Hi.
你好，在这里，3419是吧？
对的。今天第一次接外国人吗？
对对对。
今年第一次吗？
不是今年的，这第一次。
Okay. So it turns out there wasn't actually that much to do over there. It's a bunch of closed museums and shops. So I'm just taking a car back.
不冷吗？
Gonna get some food. 不冷，不冷，
你不冷吗？
不冷。
哦，
对，我觉得很舒服。
还是穿一下衣服的。感冒的话怎么办？
啊，我不会感冒吧？
如果感冒的话，是不是？
不会感冒，不会感冒。所以你是拉萨来的吗？
我不是拉萨的，
啊 ，OK。
我是江浙，
江子 ，OK。
热的江浙。
江子在西藏吗？
对对对。
OK。
插队。
哦。
插队。
Running through a car accident here. 啊，乱七八糟的。
插队。
这样对。
这个有点像女的。女司机。
是女司机吗？
有点像。
Well, hey, I said the Tibetan people were nice. I didn't say they weren't sexist. Interesting. This vending machine right behind me is selling oxygen tanks. A real moneymaker out here. Oh. Okay. I wasn't spinning it right.
A lot of sculpture, right? This statue in actual
Bye bye. Jayo Tibet. Good. See you later. Shidale. We're in a place called Shigatse now. Oh, show hand. Hand. Lips. Eyes. 眉毛是 eyebrows. Oh, okay. Oh, 这是你的家人。OK。嗨，这是的嘞，这是的嘞。他在练习他的英语。
他英语不懂的，英语懂啊。
他的英语说得很流利。
啊不，
对，很不错。
我 I'm China。
China, OK， 不错，不错。
这么高，你太高了。
哦，不高。
你是哪里的？
美国人。Hello， 嗨，这是的嘞。Very nice to meet you. Yeah, I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Take care. See, take care.
去哪里？
啊，我不知道，我去那边。
哦，慢走哦。
啊，谢谢。这。Hi. Oh man, I'm really enjoying talking with the people of Tibet. I kind of wish I was given a little more freedom to go and explore on my own. I don't do well with tour groups. But every day after the tour ends, we get a little bit of time to walk around on our own. The towns and cities of Tibet are beautiful. They're just sandwiched in between mountains. They're just filled with temples and walls. And granted, a lot of them were destroyed at a certain point, but a lot of them are still here. And it's beautiful. One of the most beautiful and definitely the most unique places I've come to in China. 这是这里。
啊，这是这里，我看。
And what's really interesting here is, because of the restrictions placed on foreigners coming to Tibet, people here are genuinely shocked to see a foreigner. Alright, does she delay? Okay, yeah, well, 拍照. Here we go.
好了，接下来
Okay.
你这么转一下，这
Okay.
4人的能会有。
Okay, 딱 치지. It's my interpretation of Tibetan Buddhism. Every time you spin one of these, it's the equivalent of saying a prayer. So as you go around Tibet, you'll see people doing this. You'll even see people carrying what looks like a little toy and spinning it constantly. Serious stuff. What I'm told, there are people that will go around the city doing this all day, every day. Show their dedication. I found a few new teachers to teach me the Tibetan language. I've learned a few new things. Kamsam, that means how you doing? Then how should Yabudu? Yabudu. Yabudu is like I'm good.
还是什么好是吧？
Yeah, 好。
好就是很好的意思，就是也不堵。
Yabudu.
很好
Yabudu.
很棒
Yabudu 是很好。
对，很好，很棒，都是这个意思，差不多就是也不堵。
Okay, okay. Great. I've expanded my vocabulary to now 4 words. Making progress. Hello. Kamsab. Oh, So something that a lot of people don't know is here in Shigatse, you have another building right over there that looks just like the Potala Palace in Lhasa, the most famous structure in all of Tibet. Unfortunately, it's getting too dark. Every time this tour ends, it's already like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock at night. I kind of messed up this Tibet trip. First of all, the weather's terrible. Should have expected that. Did not bring a jacket, or a sweater, or any kind of warm clothing of any kind. The other problem is, because you have to come to Tibet on a tour, we just keep getting thrown on the tour bus and then driven from one location to another, sometimes 3-4 hours apart. So since we've come to yet another monastery, and I'm not saying the monasteries aren't nice, they're beautiful, but I think I'm going to take this opportunity to go and explore a bit on my own. Let's break away from the tour group for a bit. What's going on here? Another problem with Tibet is we just keep climbing up in elevation. We're currently at about 4,000 meters. I don't know how much that is in feet. What is that, like 20,000 feet? I have no idea. If that's not right, I'll correct it on the screen. But yeah, that hits you, man. So we're currently in the hills that overlook the small Tibetan city of Gyaltsen. Tibet is not the easiest place in the world to live in. It's known as the rooftop of the world. The province sits on the Tibetan Plateau, which sits at a much higher elevation than almost anywhere else in the world. And living conditions are crazy. There's not a lot of good farmland. The temperatures are cold throughout the year. And as you travel through the province, you can just travel for miles upon miles through grasslands, rocky plateaus, before you finally reach another town or small city. And that's what we've been doing. And here's a stupa. Stupa. What a fun word. A stupa. believe stupas are a place of burial. I'm no expert though. I should be paying more attention to the explanations on my guided tour. Down around the prayer wheel. There's still another one. Okay. Doing my prayers in the right direction today. Oh, 你知道这是什么？啊，你也不知道。啊 ，OK OK。我因为你是西藏人，你都知道。没有。啊，没问题没问题，开玩笑的。So I think the grannies were trying to explain to him what that was. The guy's a little bit younger. He's a little more out of touch with Tibetan culture. You don't really see younger people doing this like prayer walk that the older Tibetans do. Nope. But man, this is real Tibet right here. Lots of preserved older buildings. It's beautiful. I'm gonna say right now, Tibet has the most adorable grannies in all of Asia. I love these traditional Tibetan buildings. Really nice looking. Come from. Making a brief pit stop. This is what a Tibetan service station looks like. Come some. 这是什么东西啊？
起步东西。
哦，这是祈祷的东西吗？
对。
哦，但是我不信佛。
You look, how are you? Just look very cheap, okay?
Okay.
Yes, you buy one look very cheap. You like. You buy one look very cheap. It's never. Look, how are you?
这个可以吓人吗？
可以啊。
哦。
来，你看。
OK。
啊，这是龙虎刀。
No.
这是雾气吗？
雾气，
真的雾气吗
真的雾气。
？OK。
我妈那边没好。
OK。
耶，哦耶，
哦呀。
哦耶。
这个叫什么？
转经筒。
转经筒。
啊，我们这样子叫可乐。
哦，可乐。OK。
哦呀。
一天转几次？
一天转2次3次，越多越好。
哦。
不转也可以，没关系。
OK， 500。
OK， 其他东西不要吗？
啊，不要了。
OK，Thank you。
OK。
Thank you。
多谢谢。
谢谢。
All right. Got a knife and got a prayer spinning thing. Don't know how I'm going to get that onto a plane in China, but I'm going to figure it out. Here, behind me, you have a river that has been dammed up. I don't know the name of this river. It's not one of the major ones. But Tibet is famous for being the starting point for many major rivers. The two most famous rivers of China, the Yangtze and the Yellow River, they start here in Tibet. And not just those, the Mekong River, the most important river of Southeast Asia that goes through Laos, Thailand, and Vietnam. And also, the Brahmaputra that goes into India. They all start in Tibet. Tibet. See that up there behind me? That's a goddamn glacier. Look at this Lord of the Rings ass looking place. I love it. Really gotta watch out for the dung piles though. They love their dung piles here in Tibet. Absolutely crazy to think, just a bit further south from here, beyond the Himalayas, lies Nepal, and then you get to India, Bangladesh, and the climate and the temperature changes completely. I've never been over there, but I plan to get there soon. Almost stepped in the dung right there. That's a big pile of dung right there.
There's dumps everywhere.
The minefield. Oh. Wonder what these are used for. God, that view. Oh, kind of view that makes you happy to be alive. Oh, just tried to use the public bathroom right there. It's one of those squatter toilets where they don't have stalls. You're just doing your business in front of everybody. All right, we're back in Lhasa. And already, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I have to get on a flight and leave Tibet. This is very strictly controlled. There's a schedule to follow. So, I hope you enjoyed this video of Tibet. This video of an American visiting Tibet. I don't know how coherent of a video it was. It's kind of a bunch of footage just splashed together. But what can I say? You know my style. I prefer to travel alone. Was forced onto a group tour on this one. Did what I could. So that's for my final thoughts of Tibet. Well, it's beautiful. Very beautiful place. And it has an actual distinctive, unique feel inside of China. A lot of places that you could travel to in China, to be honest, I guess because they're all built within the past 20 years, they kind of have the same feeling, you know, when you get there. They kind of look the same. But Tibet is not like that. It's very, very distinctive looking, from the architecture to the customs, the traditions. And I'm happy to see that, in spite of everything that's happened, the traditions are, in some ways, still going strong. Not sure about the younger generation, though. I know for a lot of people watching this, it's really hard to watch a video about Tibet and not be mad at China. No comment on that. But I will say, the infrastructure is pretty nice. The Chinese did a pretty good job building out the highways. It's actually pretty amazing what they've built. Anyhow, Tibet is very difficult terrain to build on. So to see the roads that they built, the infrastructure, the dams, slightly controversial dams, hats off, you know? The only thing that really pisses me off, and I'm not gonna censor myself saying this, is China, what do you have to be afraid of? Why do we need permits to come here, you know? I feel like I couldn't get that close to the Tibetans. From what I saw, they're really nice people. And not to mention, if you want to come to Tibet currently as a foreigner, it's expensive. You basically have to drop at least $1,000 for, we're talking, a 4 or 5 day trip. It kind of got you by the balls, you know? And as I said, that's not my preferred way of travel. That's not how I meet people. So China, please, let's lift the restrictions. Let us foreigners come and visit Tibet just as anyone else in China could. And they'll come here, they'll see the nice job you've done building out the province. They'll come and see the beauty of Tibet. They'll see how well organized everything is, how clean everything is, and I promise you, they'll leave with a much better impression of Tibet and the situation here than they had before they came. That's enough of my rambling. It's been an interesting, albeit restricted trip in Tibet, and I hope to come back again someday. So until then, I'll see you somewhere else. Maybe somewhere else in China, maybe somewhere else in the world. Wherever that may be. Tse kutsering.